All right, so today is it's October 6th. It's a Tuesday. Got a rain day at work, so take the opportunity and we'll do some scouting today. I'm gonna get up in there and we'll be pretty aggressive today. I want to go into areas I wouldn't normally go to this time of year, but being it's raining, it's been raining pretty heavy. I'm going to get down in there and go through some stuff, check some things out. I'm not seeing a sign that I thought I should see by now in the areas that I have my cameras. I'm seeing deer, seeing some nice bucks, real nice deer actually, but trying to find something giant. They may be in there, they may not, I don't know, but I'm trying to find a booner is what I'm trying to find. I know the history of this area, that they were here. I'm sure there's one in here somewhere. It's just such a vast area. It's tracking him down. It's going to be the issue. So I did come in here and hunt the other morning. I seen three. I think I seen 2 does and a small buck came by me. But one thing I noticed that had me a little bit concerned when going in there before daylight, I did see some tacks. They looked like they were old tacks, but there's more tacks than I thought I would see. So, and that could be from years past. They don't look new. They could be from gun season, which is a ways off. It'll be well beyond the time that I'm planning on hunting. So, you know, it could have been somebody 100 in there 10 years ago. Could have been somebody 100 in there last year. I don't know. So. But I'm gonna get up in there. I'm gonna get down in these hollows on these benches and walk these benches. I should be finding some rubs and stuff by now. I'm not seeing hardly any rubs at all. So it's probably just in small areas is probably where I'm gonna find them at. Being in big woods, a lot of times, from my knowledge growing up in this area, they don't rub a lot. Just a little scrape, but you don't see a lot of rubs. And then all of a sudden, you know, that week of Halloween, boom, there's bucks everywhere, and you're like, holy smokes, where have they been all season? And they just start running, and you're just like, they're everywhere. So, but I'm gonna slip up in there, and I'm probably gonna move a couple cameras around. I put some mock scrapes and stuff in here earlier, a couple weeks ago, getting a little bit of activity on, but not a lot. But so I think I'm going to pull at least one, maybe 2 cameras and try to rotate them to some new sign that I find, and just see if I can locate some different deer. So, yeah, I don't know if it's going to quit raining or not, but either way, I'm prepared to get soaked. I ain't got no rain gear, but it's warm out, so it's good for you. We'll get up in there and see what we can see. Alright, so I'm back here in one of these areas that I've been hunting. This is where I hunted in this area the other morning, seen the 3. But I'm slipping in this bedding area. There's an old logging road goes up through here, and then there's another one that comes down that ridge top. And I hunted right where they come together up there. But I had a small buck come down that ridge road the other morning, and then there was a couple days that actually came across top of the ridge back here. But I got a camera right down in here, probably 100 yards, and I've been getting pretty decent deer activity there. But I come up here in this bedding area, as you can tell it's raining. But a couple of scrapes here. I can't tell if they've been hit this year or not, but it's a good spot. So I'm gonna push out this road a little farther and slip around this point and see if I can find any more sign. I may grab that camera and bring it up here on this scrape, because it'll probably hit this again, I'd say, this year. Probably after this rain, they'll start scraping quite a bit. So we haven't had much rain this summer. But so far, I've jumped one deer that I could tell. I'll probably jump more, I just didn't see him. So I'm gonna keep poking around in here. So I came back this logging road about another 100 yards from where I did this last video. I found a scrape there. Scrape there, scrape right there. There's another one right there. There's a rub right back there. There's a couple more rubs in here too, so I found my spot. So we're right in the middle of this bedding area. I don't know how big the deer is, but we're gonna find out. I ran back and grabbed my camera. I stuck it up right there in that tree. Made me a waypoint. It's pretty thick in here. I got a saddle. I'd probably have to maybe get in that tree there. Otherwise, or maybe one of these. I don't really want to be that close to them though. But otherwise it's so thick in here, I'd have to trim the lanes, and being on the state land, I can't trim the lanes. So, but yeah, this is what I was looking for today. Something like this. So I'm gonna slip on around around this ridge, head back towards my other camera, see if I can find another spot like this in here. But that's very encouraging. So this looks good. Probably a big old hammer in here somewhere, I'd say. So I walked up over that ridge, and I'm getting pretty close to the boundary line for the public. And I'm not one to hunt right on the boundary line. I know how it is. I've had leases. I hate when somebody hunts right on the edge of my property. It makes me crazy. Anyway, they have a fence, but it's not a normal fence. That is a deer fence. So normally I wouldn't pay attention to fences, but a fence like that, those deer can't just come and go wherever they want. They gotta find a spot to get through if they want to go over to the other side. So I came down on this bench to see if there's a rip in the fence somewhere or something. There's got to be a funnel here somewhere for these deer. But up the top of this ridge, there's no logging road goes down to that hill, and there's a gate opening, and there's no fence there, and there's deer sign and stuff right there. So they're definitely coming through right up there. I just came down on this bench because this bench looks really good right here. I was just seeing if there was a void in the fence right here, because it'd be a hell of a spot if there was. So very interesting. I'm not going to hunt right here on this fence because I know how it is. So I don't know if they're trying to keep the deer in or keep the deer out. I'd say they're probably trying to keep them in, which more power to them, because that's a lot of money putting that fence up. So, but I'm gonna keep poking through here. I'm gonna probably work my way out this bench. I got my camera. It's out that way. My other camera out that way, a couple 100 yards. But just poking around in here. I'm usually pretty lenient on how I snoop around, especially in season. So, but a day like today, when it's pouring rain a lot, you can get in and out of here, and it doesn't bother them too much. So, let's see what else we can find through here. All right, so I'm back here in my truck, soaking wet. Changed my clothes, I'm still soaking wet. I think every orifice on my body got soaked. I was going to go on back and do some scouting even farther, but I'm kind of running out of time for the day because I got sidetracked checking out some other stuff. It's pretty encouraging finding that big scrape area in there. I actually found that last winter when I was in there, but I didn't check it out anymore. I'm glad I went back in there today. So got a camera in there, makes us see what kind of pictures we can get. So I'm gonna go home, get a shower, get cleaned up. I got some stuff to do this evening, but I'll post some pictures here on the end of this video of some of the pictures I've gotten the last couple weeks. So it's a pretty nice deer, no giants, but for public land, they're pretty nice deer. So, but like I say, I'm trying to find something a little bit bigger. So we'll see what happens. But till next time, peace out.